Okay, so we are looking at images in multimedia made by the class of Industrial Technology 2021 during the COVID-19 lockdown of 2020. So here's a quick overview. Digital imaging creation. Digital imaging creation is a process of acquiring data from an input device that is then rearranged and outputted as a collection of visual information. This process is regularly associated with photography, or most commonly known, the digital processes of a camera. This development process can be seen in illustration, advertisements, vector art, and drawings, to list a few. Editing. Photo manipulation and color correction is one of the first steps in content creation. The goal is to help improve the image's significance and in most cases allows the editor to have more creative freedom and originality. The most common forms of photo manipulation applications are Adobe Photoshop and Lightroom. Conversion. Not to be mistaken with compression. Conversion is the process of completely rearranging a file for ease of transfer or storage. It is the conversion of data information from one format to another. All data is encoded in various different ways, which can be a major setback in workflow. The convenience of file conversion allows the users to work from one place to another without having to compromise. A bitmap. We see them everywhere. They are essentially a bunch of individual pixels on a grid which can create and form an image. These individual pixels hold different color information, and the grid is dependent on the amount of pixel held within a square. However, unlike vector images, bitmaps are known as raster graphics, as they are not resizable like vector images, which, without losing the quality of an image, can produce larger images and smaller images. Vector images. Vector images are made of lines and curves rather than pixels like bitmap images. These lines and curves create other shapes and the shapes from the image. Vector images have one key difference compared to bitmap images. You can zoom into vector images while still maintaining a sharp picture at lower resolutions. Vector images are used to create logos and art, as they can be rescaled without losing quality, making a perfect format to use over bitmap image files, which struggle to maintain a clear picture at lower resolutions. Vector images are here to stay, but in the future there will be a transition to other image file types such as SVG, as these formats provide more features and will soon become a standard. A scanner. A scanner is an input device, originally developed in 1957 and was used rarely on special events. However, in the technological time era we live in currently, we can access a scanner everywhere without thought of it. Modern scanners are designed with two versions, either together or separate. These are the flatbed and the ADF scanner, which stands for Automatic Document Feeder Scanner. A modern-day scanner can output different forms such as JPEG, PICT, and PDF. The general idea when designing the scanner is to shine reflective light with a series of mirrors and lenses to capture the light onto a photosensitive medium, which captures the image and is virtually a copy of the original document. Formats. The process of formatting falls under conversion and compression, Although all images, documents, and Photoshop files look and serve the same purpose, the format of the file can only be manipulated to an extent. Each file format is a layout of how the data is arranged. The data is often displayed with a file extension with its name. Some of the most common file extensions we see in regular operations are JPEG, PNG, PDF, DOC, TIFF, and RAW. If you use digital camera, each format plays their own crucial role in the file transfer application use, but this can also dictate how much space it takes up. For instance, JPEG file formats are most commonly used file. This is because the file takes up little to none space on your storage device, but also means it holds little to none data also. Whilst TIFF files, on the other hand, aren't as compressed as JPEG formats and have a high pixel density and color resolution, but this also comes at the cost of large amounts of data being transferred all at one time. There is no such thing as the perfect file format. More so, what the user wants to use the file for. Compressing or converting files are usually only done for the convenience or transfer of better quality outputs. Compression, when you want to send a file over the internet, compression is what is used to minimize the size of the file without majorly degrading the image quality. Compression is also used to store files while taking up less space. The two most common types of progression are JPEG and GIF. JPEG is a compressed file of an image, while GIF is a compression of video. Other compression types include PNG, TIFF, PSD, EPS, AI, INDD, and RAW. In work in progress, JPEG and GIF are staying and will not be upgraded, as these are most common files and everyone has used them. Raw image files are only one of the least processed image types. Raw files are uncompressed data and have a small file size. And that looks like it brings us to the end of images in multimedia. Thanks for watching.